Thank you, Eivind. Thank you very much for being here. And let's start from the end. We meet each other in occasion of the first date of a tour called IE Project that you share with Wedle Olden and Odin Erlin, sorry for pronunciation. Can you please tell us about the main characteristic of this project? And it is sometimes more physical, dry, essential than some other project of the past.
Yes,
Am I right?
yes. This project is actually it's normally with two drummers, and it's a lot about dynamics, I think. And even though I play with I have other projects, as now we talk about with Rabia and Petrella and Marilyn and different stuff. This is a band I played with with Vetle. He's been in my band since '98, so we have a very long history, and we find the way to play together that works. Also, it's a lot about this energy and dynamics, and also since we're not using any electronic beats, we can be really soft and we can be really loud, and I like that dynamics.
You can explore every
Yeah.
direction of this dynamic, wide dynamic. And your guitar technique is quite interesting and peculiar one. If you would like to describe it to our audience, what would you say?
I think I come from. I started as a rock guitar player, but I've always been very interested in sound, and I started early with buying echo machines and experimenting, and then this has been growing, and especially when I was invited to play with Nils Petter Molvær and Bugge Westertoft, and this new song structures, not like chords and parts in a way, more loose forms, then I could really explore this to see how the sound can change over time. So it's never pre-programmed. I don't program my effects. It's like I work with it, and it's changing from every day.
From time to time, every day.
It's never the same.
Always exploring.
Yeah.
Part of a musical career is also dedicated to musical research. How can we imagine your research among solicitation received from new technical possibilities, musical interchanges and improvisations and studio work?
I think for me I'm not always finding something new, but I'm always trying to find something new, and I love that energy I get when I work and then I stumble over something I haven't heard before. It could be a new sound, some things so I'm constantly trying to expand my vocabulary of possibilities, and I think the older I get, I'm also more to expand in, even though it's a lot of energy, to be relaxed inside that energy, not to try not to stress things, not to force anything, I really like when, like today we had some moments that's really focused, and I don't think I just react on and feel good. I think maybe that's the main thing that I can feel good when I play it. It's also connection with the people, even though I'm not very, how I am. I don't say very much and I don't entertain very much, but but I can still feel that in the audience there's the interest for what we do, and you can feel it on stage, and it creates
exchange.
Yeah.
Everything started with Jimi Hendrix some years ago. You told in an interview also. Since then, which were the musicians, guitarists in particular, that attracted you the most?
Oh, there are very many. I was from after Jimi Hendrix. I mean, I still love Jimi Hendrix. It is still a hero of mine. And I was very inspired by when Miles Davis had a band in the 70s with two guitar players, Pete Cozy and Pete Cozy was doing the crazy stuff, and the other guy was like really groovy. That was really inspiring. And then of course Terry Ripton, very important for me personally, both as a guitar player but also as inspiration, like a role model, you know, coming from my portrait, creating his own stuff and being it's really important. David Thorne, Bill Frisell, Adrian Belew, Nile Rodgers, Christian Fennes, of the new guys. I really like what he's doing a lot.
Good explorers like you are. Which is the language that you speak when you play with Stefano Battaglia and Michele Rabbia, for example? They both speak Italian.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, you can reply also in a metaphorical way, talking about your music with them.
Yeah. It was the first time I played with you were the first time I played with Michele, and we have we still play together a lot. So that's we don't actually say so much. We just when I played with Stefano, it was we started with just a free improvisation, and then later he started to write something from the setting.
So improvisation as a way to know each other, maybe.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for me, I'm not very good at reading and playing accurate. I'd like to have the possibility to float a little.
Not bad. In jazz and free-form music, let's say, a lot of Scandinavian musicians, including you, took part in some new waves, refreshing ones, deciding in particular to include more and more electronics in the lineup. Is that scene alive and kicking nowadays, in your opinion? Is it always full of reciprocal exchanges?
I feel it's changing. It's changing very much. Like when I was with Unexpected in the 90s, like early 2090s, it was like we played a lot on very big stages. Clubs, discotheques, people dancing. Unfortunately, I don't do that kind of stuff, but still I feel that it's as much interest, but maybe a little bit different audience thing. It was nice that period, because it was very open. I don't know, among there's a lot of interesting things happening with young people. I think there's a lot of new ways of dealing with both acoustic improvised music and also some people doing electronics. It's all the time coming new inspiring stuff.
And your palette of collaborations is getting wider and wider, and your projects are increasing. Some of your past collaborations have been very meaningful to you, I think. Could you quote any of them, the more meaningful ones, and which one can be considered more fruitful for your current music?
That's. I think I must say that the time with especially the first when we did the Khmer album with Nils Petter Molvær, it was really important because he was at that time he was really giving a lot of freedom to the people in the band, but he had some ideas, like he had the basic ideas, but he gave a lot of freedom and they played very much together. And I really, at that time, I really found a lot of new ways to do things. So that was very important. Other very important thing was to play with John Hassel, which is, I think, for me, and I know for many of the people I work with, he has been the father of what we do. And I don't think when I played with John that I played very good, and I didn't have that maybe that was, but still working with him, hearing his playing, it's his timing, his sense of total picture. Not I'm playing the solo now. It's like he's like hearing everything and giving space to everything, so it's really good. And then finally, I would also say very much that Jan Bang and Arve Henriksen, the collaboration with them has been really important. Especially Jan, since we worked a lot together, but also we played a lot in trio with Arve and Jan. It's really inspiring.
A really good exchange.
Yeah.
And how can you imagine your future step, Eivind? How can we imagine that you are going to?
I don't know. It's always a balance between, because I love to play with the other, being a guest in different projects, and I think it's very inspiring to be part of other people's projects. But it's also, I need to watch out so I don't play too. I don't have time to develop my own music, because I also really like to stay at home and compose new stuff and find out new material. So it's always a balance. But as Jan said to me, was like, follow the energy. That's when you feel that this feels right, go for it.
Okay, we will follow you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eivind.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.